Hi friends, welcome to yet another video where I share with you a very interesting activity, and this is called making a boat. Now interesting part of this activity is that you don't have to know how to make a boat. Oh, how are we going to make a boat? Very simple. With newspapers. Like our childhood memories, we had all, created these boards during our childhood. And this is what is the activity all about. A very simple activity with lots and lots of fun, right? So how do we do it? So not many props required, only you need a set of newspapers. And if you want, scissors are optional. Again, I don't really prefer to give scissors to participants because it creates innovativeness and also it reduces the risk of hazards, right? So scissors not really required, but if you want, you can give. Otherwise, just a set of newspaper is fine. So what is this activity all about? Very simple. So as you break the group into teams, you give one newspaper and you tell them to make 50 boats in 15 minutes. Now, depending on the time and the size of the team, if the team size is larger, then you can increase the number of boats or you can decrease the amount of time. Now, limit the amount of newspaper you give. Generally, I prefer to give only one set of newspaper. If it's a larger team size, like 10, 15, then maybe you would like to give two, but don't give more than two. Okay. Instructions are very clear. You have 15 minutes and you have to make 50 paper boats. And the only instruction you have to give is that all these 50 paper boats has to be of same size. All these 50 paper boats has to be of same size and they have to stand. Like when you put it on the floor or on the table, it should stand, it should not just fall down, and it should look like a paper boat, right? And so there's a lot of fun that happens in the activity. And interesting part is that you don't need to know how to make a paper boat. You should at least have one or two people who knows how to make a paper boat, right? And a lot of participants go to their childhood and they have a lot of nostalgic memories and they get really excited in this activity. Remember two important things. One is the number, one is the quality and the time. Okay. Now, a couple of learnings that comes out of this particular activity. Obviously, the standard ones are teamwork, communication, and collaboration. But you can also use this activity for time management because you can reduce the time, right? And also because you're giving limited resources, it's also how you can, achieve a certain goal with limited resources. And a lot of teams feels that in 10 minutes making 50 numbers of paper boats is very difficult. So you can also ask this question to the team: did you think that it was difficult to make 50 paper boats in 10 minutes or 15 minutes? If you would have said no, well, if the participant said yes, we did sometimes suddenly felt it was difficult in the initially. So you can also do a debriefing, right? A lot of things we think it is impossible or it is difficult, when we get to do as a team, things becomes much more easier. Another very important learning that happens, not everyone knows how to make a paper boat. Now in a team you will see there were two three people who will know how to make a paper boat, the others might not know. So how you distribute the work and how you make the most out of the resources that you have that are available, where few people know certain things, few people know doesn't know certain things. So utilizing the expertise of the entire team comes out beautifully in this activity, and that really gives a very different aspect about that everybody will not know everything, but still when you work in a team you need to utilize the maximum talent that you have within the team. You can also have a twist to this activity where I do sometimes is that if it's a 15-minute activity, what you can do, you go around and see which particular team member is actually performing really well. They're the key person. You pick them up, that person up, and you exchange between the teams. And this happens in the organization, right? Where people leave, they resign, and the team breaks, and again the new person joins. You have to again teach the new person what they are doing, and it's a very interesting activity of adaptability and working with newer teams day in and day out. I hope you liked this activity, and if you do share your comments if you do this activity in any of your training programs. For more such activities, do subscribe to my channel. I will also share some pictures as I do in my previous videos also where I have done this activity. Thank you so much. Till next time, see you again.